Zombie woman walks in the Seattle streets. What happened to her? On May 6, 2021, several videos on TikTok that show a woman who looks like a zombie have gone viral. She was walking on the street, then police arrested her and she disappeared. What happened to her? What had turned her into a zombie? Everything, every detail in this story is bone-chilling, especially her face. Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to a new episode from My Jaw Drop series. My Jaw Drop is a journey with me to the strangest things. The clip shows a zombie-like woman wearing one shoe, torn clothes and short hair, screaming in the street while covered in blood. This is more like a movie set, but it's real. Let's take a closer look. The woman seems to have burn marks on her face, bruising huge scalp of hair pulled or forcibly cut off from her head, had fresh blood on her. At first look we might say she's a drug addict, but if we check her, we'll notice something. Have you seen her body, her weight, her clothes? It seems she's not a drug addict. The shoes seem new or not worn many times, also the clothes. Her hair must be ripped out, but not at the same day. It looks more like she's extremely traumatized, like someone has done something awful to her. She's scared. There's a strange thing about this story that makes it more odd. The news media is not commenting on a viral video of a young woman wandering around screaming in abject terror, covered in blood with the hair ripped out of her head and carrying something bloody. They're covering every small and unimportant news. Why didn't they cover the zombie woman's story? Some people started to link the 2015 Marilyn Stanley case to the video, who was scalped by her boyfriend. But it's not actually the same person and this thought was refused. This isn't the first time a zombie-like person has been seen. There are other cases. Zombie man in Brazil. A video shows the moment a man with a gaping facial wound strutted around the hospital corridor as if he were possessed by the devil. His face, his movements is so terrifying. What had happened to him? The man was brought to hospital after being shot in the face. Blood is dripping from the injury and the man is screaming continuously. Then he started doing something strange. He paced around the corridor, bent backwards with his mouth open. His eyes appeared wide and dark and he appeared to be trying to explain his injury in a raspy voice. It's unknown if the wounded man was treated at the hospital or how bad his injuries were. In other case, Florida college student stuns people. In August 2016, a 19-year-old college student, Austin Harif, reportedly stormed away from a restaurant in Jupiter, where he'd been dining with his parents, apparently upset over the slow service there. He then wandered into a neighborhood where a couple, Michelle Mission and John Stevens, sat in their garage with the door open, enjoying a quiet evening. And they didn't know what a disaster would happen. Harif appeared, pulled a switchblade on the couple and stabbed them to death. For nothing, a neighbor attempted to intervene and called 911, but was stabbed by the man as well. It's not the end, and when police arrived, you couldn't believe what they saw. They found Harif naked, ripping away chunks of the couple's flesh and eating it. He was also growling, grunting, and making animal noises. Repeated use of stun guns and the police dog couldn't sway Harif from his meal. And finally, 3 officers had to pull the man away from the bodies by force. His toxicology report came back clean. Officials said Harif showed no other characteristic symptoms associated with substances like Fleca or bath salts. Police were left baffled at Harif's behavior. There are other cases of real-life zombie people, but the point is, what can turn a normal person into a zombie? There are 2 drugs can do this with human, Fleca and bath salts. Maybe in the Seattle zombie woman case, she was on drug. Anyway, at the time of making this video, the zombie woman case is still unsolved. What do you think? What happened to her? Thanks for watching, please support me, subscribe my channel and like this video. In the next episode, I'll tell you about the Miami cannibal attack case. Don't miss it, it's Colonomy.